Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So when this show first premiered, I don't think anyone thought that it was going to be so popular and get its own big movie. But here we are. So the plot of this movie is about the Teen Titans. Pretty much every superhero is getting their own movie. I mean, even Batman's Batmobile and his utility belt and outfit are getting their own movie, except for Robin and the Teen Titans. So Robin wants his own movie because it's his big dream, and he sees it as, if you have a movie, you're seen as a big popular superhero, and that's something he wants to be. So the Teen Titans and him go on a quest to try to get their own movie, essentially. And that's pretty much just the premise of the plot. There's a few ways they go about trying to do this. Time travel, but mostly they try to get their own arch enemy, which is Slade. Which, if you saw the original Teen Titans show, you know who that is, and he's actually been in the Teen Titans Go show, or mentioned a few times at least. So that's pretty much the movie. Now, I'm actually a fan of the show. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's something I actually enjoy. So I was really looking forward to this movie because I like seeing the show. I think it's funny. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's just my type of humor, and I really enjoy it. If you don't, I completely understand, but for whatever reason, it resonates with me, and I think it's funny. So this movie is pretty good. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was. Not saying it's a bad movie, but it's not as funny as I wanted it to be. For me, I think the show is funnier because the Teen Titans Go works at a short, fast-paced, bunch of gags thrown at you kind of thing. But this movie, it's a movie, so it has a plot. And a lot of times the plot gets a little bit serious, not super serious, but more serious than we're used to seeing the actual Teen Titans Go. Because for them, being serious is out of character. They even have an entire episode where they get tough and serious, and it's a huge joke. So them having emotional moments and stuff like that just kind of doesn't work for me, and didn't work for the movie. Because every time they try to have an emotional moment or a serious moment, for me it felt like it was slowing down the movie, and it's something I didn't like. When they were being random and funny and throwing the jokes at you, that's something I really enjoyed, which is something that was good in this movie. They had a lot of breaking fourth wall types jokes, a ton of great jokes and visuals, and a lot of Easter eggs, which is something I like about Teen Titans Go. If you've seen this show, they usually have a lot of Easter eggs around, so there's a lot of superhero Easter eggs from all of DC, even some Marvel ones. They make some Marvel jokes, which I like. I think it's funny. Someone even makes a cameo who's a cameo king, if you know what I mean. But like I said, it's not a perfect movie because when they get serious, it hurts the plot. But when they're making jokes and being funny like the show, it really, really shines. Another thing that I like is the animation. The animation, of course, they had a bigger budget for the movie, so it's better than the TV show. But since they have a bigger budget, they play around with different art styles and animate them. Like, one of my favorite scenes and jokes is they use the animation style of Disney, and they kind of make like a Lion King joke, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it looked great. And there's a lot of times where they have different animation styles for either flashbacks or songs, which there's a good amount of songs. They just break out and start singing, which they do sing in the song, but it kind of feels a little bit more forced here. But those are my main complaints. Like I said, it gets a little too serious at times, which just doesn't fit the show or the characters. But when they're funny, they're on point, and I just loved it. The animation was great. The plots, there's a plot, pretty much. It's predictable. You know, you're not going to go into this movie and be like, oh my gosh, surprise! You're going to realize what's going to happen. It's tropes, it's stuff that's been done hundreds of times before. It's fairly obvious. You're going to go into the movie and be like, oh, that's that person. This is going to happen. And you'll just kind of break down the movie. Even if you're not trying to, it's really, really obvious. It doesn't hurt the movie. I mean, it's a movie, so they need a plot. Unlike the show, they have plots, but it's more like setups so they can have jokes and stuff like that. It's a movie, so they actually need a plot. So they went with like a basic plot, which works for setting them up, but it's not anything interesting. But like I said, I like when they're joking around and making references and everything rather than, you know, the actual movie plot. So this movie isn't going to change anyone's mind. If you hate the Teen Titans Go show, you're not going to enjoy this movie. At least that's my opinion. I don't think you're going to go into it being like, I hate this show, and coming out and be like, oh, I love this show. Not unless you have a very open mind and you've been wanting to give the show a chance, then maybe it'll change your mind. But if you hate the show and you've just hated it this entire time, if you go watch the movie, it's probably not going to change your mind, in all honesty. I don't feel like it will. Like I said, I'm a fan of the show, so I went in kind of excited. I was hoping it was funnier, but overall I really enjoyed it. I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Like I said, for the most part I enjoyed it. There's some aspects that I didn't like that kind of push it back. Overall, it's one of those things where they take this cartoon that really shouldn't be a movie and then make it into a movie. And for the most part it works. It's very basic plot, but it keeps most of its identity, which is something I enjoy. Now, there are a few extras in this movie. In the beginning of the movie, there's a short for the DC superhero girls. I forget what it's called, but it revolves around Batgirl. Pretty much, she's trying to get to go out to fight crime, fight Mr. Freeze. The rest of her team, I guess teammates, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Green Lantern, and Zatanna, I think, and Bumblebee are out there about to fight Mr. Freeze, and she's angry because she's stuck at home because her dad hasn't gone to sleep. So she's waiting for him to go to sleep, and then so she sneaks out, and it's a bunch of jokes and everything. It was pretty funny. I liked it okay. There is a mid-credit scene and an end-credit scene. The end-credit one is just a quick joke from, it's kind of a running gag through the movie, and it kind of ends like that. The mid-credit scene will get a lot of people excited for the original Teen Titans show. If you don't go watch this movie, go out there and look up the mid-credit scene. I know it's already out there. Hopefully it'll get people excited, and hopefully this is true and they're just not trolling us, because it's something that I'm really excited for and I really do hope happens. Like I said, go check it out if you're fans of the original Teen Titans show. So like I said, overall 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it, but that's because I am a fan of the show. I think if you love DC and you love Teen Titans Go and you just love wacky movies and you don't hate the Teen Titans Go show, you can go in there and you will enjoy it. If you hate the show, I don't recommend it. Like I said, I don't think it's going to change your mind, and you're just probably going to be angry. It's like, I wasted this money. But you never know. If you're wanting to give that show a chance, go check it out, because it's not that bad. So, if you watched the movie, what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you just hate Teen Titans Go and you went to watch the movie so you can make fun of it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.